Check one.
Mine's telling me no.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Uncensored Philly Sports Podcast. And we are your hosts. I am Tim.
I'm Wayne.
These two.
And
that's
Yellow Boys.
Mr. Yellow Fantastic Ephraim.
Okay.
That got real suspect just now.
That's the brown bomber, Ethan.
Yo, listen, man. Don't hate the yellowness. You gotta embrace it. You know what I'm saying? That's your problem, man.
Well, speaking of yellowness, the Sixers, we got real yellow. We got a lot of yellow bulls on our squad. And so we made a lot of moves so far in this off season, and so we want to talk about it a little bit.
We got one of the top 10 yellow bulls in the league, man, with Seth, bro.
Wait, what?
Yes, Seth Curry.
Top 10 yellow boys. You talking about? What you talking about, Ben? I know you ain't talking about overall. You talking about just shooting.
No, top 10 yellow boys in the league is Seth Curry.
I still think there's one more move to be made.
And now that's a good question.
Maybe top 20 yellow boys.
So far, this is what our depth chart looks like for the Sixers going into the 2021. This is without any additional moves being made. We have the point guard.
I would like to add a small forward.
Yeah.
And replace
a small forward or a true, even if it's another shooting guard. Like I said, if it was somebody like Levine, even though I know we're not going to get him, but like somebody along those tight lines, a bigger two guard or a small forward.
I thought Mike Scott knew that he was going.
Believe it.
He's still on the team right now, though.
Believe it or not, I don't think our two guards right now, the two guards we have, can put up enough points with Ben in the lineup.
But our shooting guards.
I don't think they can put up enough points.
You don't think so? With Danny Green?
Why not?
Is that Shake Milton with all the hair on his head?
No, Shake Milton at the point guard. That's the Bull Maxey. That's the young boy we drafted, ain't it?
Yeah, that's the Bull Maxey. We drafted him.
Oh, okay, all right.
Cork Miles, are we moving him? Is he done?
He's still with us right now.
Yeah, I don't think he's going still.
He gotta go.
Mike Scott gotta go.
You think Mike Scott gotta go right now?
Mike Scott gotta go.
But he might not go because didn't they just re-sign him last year? So he might not. I don't know. He was over there with Tobias in LA with Doc. So maybe Doc got the formula for them too.
Maybe that's a good point.
I still think we need to make another. I still want to upgrade to Toby. I know his contract is heavy. I still think
who do you want to get instead of Toby?
Oh, ain't they still looking at Zach? He's still
Zach who?
Zach LaVine. See, that's what I kind of want.
That's not, but they're not the same position. You saying upgrade from you talking about position wise, or you just talking about player altogether?
Player altogether. If we if we take Toby out, you could start Mike Scott. He could fill that role.
You
got somebody. And
Mike Scott is not giving you 19 points a game. Now playoffs is a different story.
Points a game. Hold on, we don't need 19 points a game if we got from that position. If we got Zach LaVine.
So how much you think Zach LaVine gonna score a game?
You got Zach. Hold on, but you got Zach. You got B. And then you got the two guard getting a couple shots. So I don't.
Now, so far, look who we lost and look who we gained. So far this offseason, we got rid of Al Horford, Jay Rich, Zaire Smith, Norval Pell, and I don't even know Mario. He didn't even play.
That was that D-League, the boy that dropped like 30 points one of them games shooting.
Yeah. So those are
by
the
way,
losses.
Zach averaged 25 a game last year.
Now,
he's not going to average 25, but do you think he's going to average 25 if he comes here with Embiid?
He can average.
I ain't saying if you think he could. I'm saying do you think he will? Because it's different averaging 25 points a game on a trash team and coming to a contender and still averaging that 25 points a game.
But see, him and B will be our bulk scorer. You know, Ben really don't want to score. And then we could spread the floor with the Seths and the Dannies, and they can score when they.
So you saying get Zach LaVine and get rid of Tobias?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. I would go with that.
I mean, I'm fine with it, but then you're gonna need a power forward. I don't think that I'm not going with Mike Scott as my starting power forward.
Why not?
I'm saying
why do we need? Hold on. Why do we need? Why can't that position? What I would do is you need these role players that know what they do. Mike Scott knows he's played D and hustle. Boom, that's his.
But Mike Scott don't play.
You need everybody to score every position.
It ain't talking about score. You talking about taking 9 points, 9 rebounds out of the game too. So who's gonna get those 9 boards then?
Tobias ain't no. I don't know. To me, you act like
Tobias
the-
is
You act like he a rebound horse.
I'm not. He's 19 and 9. This is what he's at. We're talking about average.
Listen.
He's
He
19.
You got to
rebounds
stop
off the
overrating this
ball.
dude.
It's
He
not
get
about
rebounds off the fault. Like I don't think the
What?
Mike Scott couldn't get the same rebounds if he had the same amount of time. Like
Y'all
I don't.
tripping. You
I
tripping.
don't know. I mean,
Mike Scott started off like the first 2 games of the season stroking it, and then went to the tank and
But he
wasn't getting no
always-
I
boards getting
don't need
manhandled.
him to stroke.
that's
He
my
was
point.
getting
man.
manhandled in the post. He was getting manhandled.
Listen,
He was not
I-
getting rebounds.
with everybody, I gotta see what they are going to be like under Doc Rivers. But keep in mind,
Hold on. Let's slow something down. Let's slow it down. Tobias was averaging 19 and 6 rebounds.
Uh-oh.
Where do you get this 9?
For his career?
Uh-oh.
the career
Last
don't mean
season.
nothing.
We ain't talking about his
Last
career. We talking about
season.
for us.
Ooh.
Uh-oh, we
Yeah,
got
we
Wayne
gotta start
stat
fact
padding.
checking Wayne.
Wayne
Fact
stat
check
padding
Wayne.
again. Uh-oh, he turning into Ethan. You got
Yeah,
fact check
you
everything
gotta
that come out
fact
the
check
bull
Wayne.
mouth. We got
He's 6 rebounds a game.
right,
Stop
still
overrating
wrong.
this dude.
Yeah, it was only no. Last year was all right. 19 and 7. I'm sorry, he was 19 and 7.
Ooh, that's a
All right,
far
6.9. You want round?
6.9 is 7. Stop it.
That's
How many rebounds do Mike Scott get per
Google.
36?
Google
Mike Scott is not a rebounder. But I'm saying I'm cool. If you're gonna give me Levine, if you're giving me Levine for him, I'll take it. But then I need to upgrade the power forward position because they don't have nobody at power forward. I don't even really like Tobias at power forward. I prefer him at small.
Mike Scott for his career average
3 a game.
3 rebounds a game, but that's based on playing time.
Well, then look per 36 then.
He averaged 16 minutes a game, so let's look for 36.
I don't see them increasing his minutes.
I just don't. I don't
If
see.
he's starting that power forward. He is.
I don't think they're gonna have him starting, to be honest with you.
I'm just saying if we trade, who else we gonna get? You were saying, well, other power forward we gonna get if we trade?
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. If we're gonna trade him, I'm cool with trading for
First
Zach
of all,
Levine.
I see them
Toby not
playing
even a
maybe
true
Ben as
power,
a
though.
point forward, if anything, and have Ben as your power forward.
Why ain't he a true power?
Because he still want the ball. They still want the ball in Ben's hand. Ben is most useful with the ball in his hand.
No, I'm not talking about you. Ethan said he's not a true power forward. Why isn't he a true power forward?
Power forward one time in his career.
No, he rotate back and forth.
He's really a small.
Nah, not in this league. Yeah. I mean, I prefer
6
him at
rebounds a
small.
game. 6
Mike
rebounds a
Scott.
game. Say
7
6
rebounds a game.
Say he not
7
a power.
rebounds. 7 rebounds a game.
Mike Scott per 36 minutes for his career will average 6.9 rebounds a game, and last year would average 7.4.
That's Toby
Okay.
number. All right, that's
No,
Toby number.
and what Toby per 36? If you gonna go Mike Scott per 36, exactly.
Toby already get 36 minutes.
already get 36.
No, he
He
don't.
He don't need
No,
to
he
go
don't.
for 36. He already
No, he
get.
don't.
Yes,
He already
he do.
get 36.
No, I'm not buying. Listen, and I was hype on Mike Scott at the beginning of last year. I'm not buying Mike Scott as my starting power forward.
I'm not either.
I'm
No,
down with making that move, but you need to bring in a power forward.
I honestly kind of agree with Ethan that this is what I was telling y'all before when we was talking over the polo. When I was telling y'all at a certain point, you don't need that many scorers. You need some dudes who now going to be hustle men. You're going to need your Rodmans of your team, or you're going to need your Oakleys and your Masons. You're going to need your grind players. Mike Scott is a grind player. So if you got
No, he's
Zach
not.
Levine-
Mike Scott defense is whack. Where do y'all get him being a good
his
defender?
No, his D ain't whack.
His
His defense better than Toby's.
No,
Toby's
his defense is
whack.
whack. Mike Scott defense. That's why Mike Scott don't get no burn because his defense is. And
It's
listen,
just- hold on.
I know
Hold on.
we like. I know we
When
like.
have you
Mike
seen
Scott.
Toby D somebody
I
up?
know we like Mike Scott. Well, I ain't no B. I know we like this Mike Scott that we're in to fight the fans, but his defense is not that. He was getting killed whenever he came in. The
I'm
game.
trying to think. I mean, yeah, I agree with Ethan. Though, when did you seen? I ain't never see Toby do nothing like that, like on a defensive tip. I mean, I'm not saying he trash, but I mean, is he a lockdown defender?
But neither is Mike Scott. My thing is,
I think Scott
Toby's
has
a way
more the
better offensive
potential.
player than Mike Scott. He's a way better offensive
Exactly.
player.
He is. But my
Right.
thing is, if you brought Mike Scott in here and said, listen, this is what I want you to concentrate on. Defense, hustle. I think he'll give you 100%. I think he's that type player. He'll understand his role. You need these dudes on the team that will understand their role.
Yeah, on
and
the bench.
play
You're right.
their
I
role.
do. I do.
I think if you were to get Zach Levine in here, that power forward person that's just gonna sit there and hustle. We can find that anywhere. To be honest with you.
But it ain't Mike Scott. I just said I don't mind going. I'm not putting Mike Scott in there.
Could you
Okay.
find? I mean, could you find a better one? Yeah, I mean, I'm cool with that, but I don't need him to be a scorer. Like I think at a certain point you're gonna have too many cooks in the kitchen. Like you got B who gonna be scoring these shots. You got Zach LaVine, if we bring in Zach LaVine in, you got Zach LaVine who going to need shots. Ben's still going to take his 6 to 7 shots a game. You're going to have Curry now in here who going to need his shots to get in his rhythm. You're going to have, to me, too many, the ball going around too much, and it's going to take away continuity of individual offensive games. So I think if you bring somebody here for a power forward, if you get Zach LaVine, I think at that point you get a power forward. Not saying he can't score at all, but he'd be more of a defensive dude.
So what position are we comfortable with, like on a team like that?
So they should have just kept Horford then, if that's the case, huh?
No, Horford was.
No, I mean,
he played defense and he rebound.
To be told, this is what I said about Horford. I would not have mind seeing Horford if the money Horford getting paid way too much money. This is the problem. If Horford was making $7 million a year, nobody would have a problem with Horford for real. Because in that position, in that role, he is a defensive dude who can hit a mid-range jump shot, who could work, who got good footwork and all that who knows the game of basketball. He was just getting paid way too much money to be given the production that he's given. So you had to get rid of Horford, in my opinion, money-wise.
Well, y'all go ahead and take Mike Scott as just 6'7" power forward and see how that work out starting.
What's Tobias? 6'8"?
I'm just
Tobias 6'9", 6'10".
He was the smallest 6'10" man I've ever seen in my life.
He's 6'9", he ain't 6'10". You know how they hype stuff. That's like some of them jokes be like, Ben Simmons is 7 feet tall. Like, come on, bro.
Yeah,
when he becomes 7 feet.
Dwight Howard yesterday and Seth Curry, they both spoke to Philadelphia media, and they had some nice things to say. Dwight Howard, I kind of like where his mindset is. He knows he's coming in with a specific role. He's coming in as the backup for the boy Embiid. He's not trying to be anything else. When they were interviewing him, they said that he can sit there and be actually a role model for Embiid for getting in shape. Let's say what you want about Dwight in his headspace. He's always been in the shape. Every year that he's been in the league, he's always been. And Embiid needs that. He needs somebody that he respects because you saying all that like there was a chance Dwight Howard was coming here to start over Embiid. Like no, I'm just glad that he's coming here and accepting his role. Like we want.
Of course he is. You act like. Of course he is. What other option
I think actually, be honest with you, Dwight playing defense on B in practice. Good for me.
I agree.
We'll see.
Dwight a monster on D.
Well, Dwight, I mean, he like you said, he's an athletic dude. He always kept his body in tip-top conditioning. So, I mean, we'll see what Bede. I mean, like I said, Bede, some boys can't get as conditioned as you want them. Like
he can get something. He don't gotta eat cheeseburgers on the sidelines, getting his foot wrapped.
I mean, but last I heard, he was saying that was what 2 years ago. You bringing that up? Last year, he didn't do none of that. Last year, he's supposed to dedicate his body to getting in shape all last summer. So I mean, and I'm not talking about this past summer. I'm talking about the last summer. Remember, he released some videos on Instagram or something with his shirt off, act like he got abs and all. Like some dudes are what it. Some dudes are what they are.
Yeah, because B don't have no muscle definition at all.
Nope.
He's just a big guy. Like he gained some weight. He filled out, but I mean,
I get what you're saying, but I also feel that he could do more. You could push yourself. Like you're a world-class athlete and you can do more. Like, let me see. It's one thing to have effort and it's one thing that's to be like, yo, I'm just naturally gifted. Like we saw AIB naturally gifted for the Sixers. And every year we like, yo, it's going to be, he changed. So every time they tried to trade, he got it. He finally got it. And he could have went down probably and played another 5-6 years in the league, but he never took his game to the next level. Always greatness, but never elite status great.
I hear you. I mean, I see my thing with B though is I might be a little different. Like everybody wanting to get in the tip-top physical condition. What that's going to mean him losing some of his weight. I think some of his weight is an asset to his game because he could do a little bully ball every now and then, push cats around down low. So, I mean, with this conditioning, y'all talking about this Atkins diet that everybody wanting to get on or whatever, you know what I mean, and lose all this and slim down to get his cardio up. To get your cardio up, you're going to have to drop some pounds, more than likely. How much weight you going to drop before now he's not the opposing force that he is. Part of the whole thing about Bede is that he's so much bigger than everybody else.
But I mean, in fact, Dwight in his conditioning, he still was imposing.
He is, but he ain't Bede. he ain't like, you know what I'm saying? He ain't throwing his weight around like B. Like, I mean, he got strength and all that. And I'm not saying, you know, B can't transform to that. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, we'll see. We'll see. You muted, Wayne. You got
Wayne, we can't hear you.
My bad. This the problem with doing it early in the day. My I think we all want to see B be more physically fit and everything else, but I agree with Ephraim. It's like at certain times you saying you want a boy to slim down and this, that, and other, but then he don't have that bulk and that size to move people around. So, and that's just like sometimes you want a dude to be more muscular and built like that, and sometimes boys get built like that and they don't have as much of athletic agility. It's different body types.
I just remember seeing Robert Parrish.
I don't want you to get more muscle. I just want you to build up your heart a little bit. That don't even.
What you mean build up the heart?
That don't even.
Cardiovascular system.
Yeah, that don't even got to do with losing weight.
Sometimes everybody's
body
type is not the same.
Three trips down the field, down the court.
That ain't true. He sit there and ball out for the whole. Come on, in the playoffs, he was in that joint running the whole time, running back and forth and scoring and everything, playing both sides of the ball.
You're making excuses for this boy B. Just get in shape, dog. That's
I don't think it's extreme as everybody try to.
That's all I'm trying to say, Ephraim.
I don't think it's that extreme. I just think, I mean, can he pay a little bit more, attention to his conditioning? Yeah, but more often than not, how do you get conditioned? You get conditioned by running. When you run, you're gonna lose weight. It's hardly no real way around that.
It is. It is. You get on a diet from calories lost to calories in. That's what all these people are paid for. You got whatever you burn, you got to replace.
You got to understand, some of the fatigue comes from the weight. The more weight you carrying around, the faster you're gonna get fatigued. So in order to get to, maybe for him, in order to get to this point of having all this energy throughout the game, you may have to drop 20 pounds. Now, if he drops to 20 pounds, where is that going to put him at in the post? This is all I'm saying. Like,
he don't get in the post anyway.
Listen, yeah, he don't.
First of all, you want him to be there though, right?
Hold on.
First of all, you got a real coach that might have him in the post now.
Didn't the bull from Denver drop 20 pounds? They ain't like it hurt him.
Denver who? Which who?
He talking about Joker. Why did he play drastically better last year than he did?
Joker, you got to remember.
Yes, he did.
But Joker got it.
Wow, what was his averages before as opposed to last year?
You seen him in the playoffs.
But to me, Joker's he's not B. Joker's a European game. He shoot way more threes than B. He out there in the perimeter.
You sure
yes.
He shoot way more threes than B?
Joker shoot a lot of threes. I mean,
he shoot them better.
He shoot way more threes than B?
Listen, but to me is they don't mind Joker being a perimeter. What we always say about B, what do everybody say about B? Get your behind down low. What you out there shooting threes for? Get in the post. All right. You want to get in the post? Get big with him then. Like, that's my thing. I'm not overly concerned. To me, if you got a complete unit together of players, you got a good coach. For
the record, Joker averaged more points last year than he did this year.
Dropping the weight. Not
really. It was only like 0.2.
Yeah.
So it basically was like the same. So it ain't like he drastically played better. You know what I'm saying?
The points that you score and the timing of those points is two different things. Like, you can score a lot of points, but the effectiveness, like the end of the game, is your body still able to put up the numbers doing clutch times?
I agree, but then some of that lens too. If are you the one that's carrying the load for your team all game long, and then as opposed to Joker, if he got somebody like Jamal Murray or somebody else that's carrying the load, like in the playoffs, Jamal Murray was carrying a lot of the load, and then it was like so Joker could be in spots. So I mean that's why somebody like LeBron is as great as he is, because to do it all game long, like carry the load and turn it off and on when you do, that's what makes them great. Those great players. Okay. And when you look at somebody like James Harden, his defense is sometimes he lacks on defense, but then he goes all out on the offensive end. So, now if you're talking about Embiid as a player that plays both sides, Embiid covers up a lot of the mishaps on that team defensively. For as much as y'all say he out of shape, he covers a lot of floor and helps and covers a lot of mistakes. And that ain't just laziness on that. That's actually effort.
For the record, B shoots more threes than Joker.
Shouldn't.
I believe it.
Joker shoot him better. Just from watching Joker, like, he's not a bang. Not saying he can't get buckets down low. He shoot a lot of mid-range game. Like, he got.
So do B.
But that's my point is, aren't we all saying that you want B down low more? Like I'm confused by like what y'all saying. Like when he shoots threes and jumpers, y'all say he should be down low, but then y'all saying to thin up.
I don't actually mind his turnaround, like bang bang post turnaround. I don't mind that. I don't mind his. I mind it when he does it. When he does it a lot. If you know when they switch, he got a smaller player for some reason. He shoots a jumper.
And a lot of that was the scheme that they
Here's the thing, Ephraim, you're correlating losing weight with not being able to still be physical in the paint, and that's
I don't think that's the same.
And that's not true. You don't.
I think physical in the paint is all about strength.
No, that's true.
No, it's not. It's not listen, because sometimes if a dude is heavier, it's harder for someone to defend on him. Listen, if somebody even look how many times you might have a dude that just might be fat and out of shape, but he just leaning on people moving forward back.
Right, but let's be real. How many dudes is really? If B, what's B weight? Right, B weighs
like 270,
280. This says right.
Mm-hmm.
So even if you drop 15 pounds, how many dudes in the league is that heavy? It's not a lot.
15 pounds is a lot on the bench. You put an extra 15 pounds on the bench, you're going to feel it. So my thing is, you got an extra 15-pound body bumping up against you, you're going to feel it. Like, you're going to feel that. This is what makes B. Everybody talk about how large of a man
15
he is.
pounds. What I said is, even if he comes down to 265, it's still not a lot of dudes in the league.
I agree with you, but I'm saying
when he first came into the league, he was that size. He was 260. He was that size,
and he was skinny and wasn't moving nobody around down nowhere.
Asking him to get back to his original spot. And
how he wasn't in college? Was he just physically imposing?
He was balling in his first year.
Was he a physically imposing, backing balls down, moving people around?
First of all, his game has evolved where he's able to do those things now
because he's bigger.
They don't got nothing to do with bigger. It has to the fact of the matter. He gained more weight. Get in shape, play ball.
Tim.
He was supposed to be an athlete. Remember, he came in with the Euro stuff. It was all supposed to be all about when he first came in. Be honest with you, it's supposed to be more about athleticism than it was.
Yeah, he was. I agree with you.
That.
I agree with you. He was supposed to be a little bit more Akeem Olajuwon type game.
Yes.
However,
like King Dunlap, like
no. However, he kind of morphed into a more of a hybrid Olajuwon kind of.
Because he got fat.
Where he put weight on. I mean, listen, however you want to say it, he put size on. Like, to me, I'll go with the size if you want him to be a down low presence and kind of not necessarily change the game back, but how we run our offense. If you want him to be this down low imposing force that enforces his will upon balls, you're going to need the extra weight. Look at running backs in the league. Running backs, they get big or smaller based on however they want to play their game. If you want to be a pounder, you put on size. If you want to be a speed back, you lose weight so you could be a little bit more nifty and nimble. If you want to be a fullback pounder, they put size on so you could pound that hole. My thing is y'all play too much. My thing is would be for that size, he imposes his will. This extra 15 pounds you're talking, yeah, if he lose it, is it going to be so drastic that he's still going to impose his will? No. But if he keep it, it's an extra bonus of 15 pounds that you got to work that a defender got to contend with. That's my opinion. I don't know. I mean,
the biggest flaw in his game is just understanding basketball. To me, that's his biggest flaw. Because and this is why I'm excited about being around basketball people. And maybe they can teach him how to make that pass and how to pass out of them double teams. Because I don't think this coaching staff did him any favors over the last few years.
But we good at the center. Everybody feel comfortable with that center position for the Sixers going into the season.
Y'all don't sound like it.
I agree. Y'all sound like y'all waffling on my man.
Yeah, but you know what I really want to look at? I want to look at what B weighed when he had his best year with 27 points.
That was only the year before last?
Another person who spoke yesterday at the media was Seth Curry. And I'm really looking forward to seeing him and Ben in that backcourt, man. I'm telling you, they could do some great things.
Who's starting?
B to 3.
Ben at the 1 and
Seth at the 2.
And Seth at the 2.
Curry's really not a 2.
Is he or is Danny Green starting?
I think Danny gonna start.
Ain't no way in the world. If you start Danny Green over Seth Curry, I'm gonna be livid. Plus, he's not gonna happen. Seth Curry, you gotta remember, is the son-in-law to the coach. He ain't coming off the pond. Trust me.
We'll see.
Seth yesterday said that him and Ben are a perfect match basketball wise, and he's looking forward to working with them.
He already know. Look, he's saying he telling you without telling you, like, listen, I'm starting. Trust me.
I mean, I believe. I'm just saying it depends on which way Doc want to go with it. Because Danny Green's a better defender. If you come in and you want to have like this stout defensive team starting, But
I think.
I'm not mad either way. I mean, I actually think I would prefer Curry too.
Because remember, he played alongside Luka all last year, and he said it worked, but because them two are not known defensively,
well, he ain't started. I don't think did he? I don't think he started.
He played a lot of minutes when he was with him. He did play.
He did. No, he did.
So now he's going with Ben, and he's really looking for. Because then you got a defensive-minded backcourt. He can always take the stronger defender, and then when you get the other guy that we just drafted, Maxey. Tyrese Maxey, he's our scorer that we need. We never really had like a guy. Well, we did with Alec Burks a little bit, and Trey Burks. We did have people that could score, but now we got a young boy that said they got nice game. So
I'm curious. I'm interested in because like when Coach Cal was talking about him, I've heard a few people talk about him because they were saying how bad his 3-point shooting was, but they said against the better competition, his 3-point shooting was up. So they saying like his shot doesn't look broke. It might just be a matter of him focusing on it and that he can actually shoot. So
he a PTP. He a prime.
So we'll. I mean, I like that part of it, but we'll see. Maybe if he get to working on that, you know, what I mean, that shot, he might get a more consistent shot too.
We got. Are y'all? So y'all saying I ain't hear it spoken on, but I guess everybody like the Tim and Wayne are cool with Ben Simmons' game staying the same because of the talent that we got around him.
I'm fine with where he is. Would I like him to improve? Yes. But where he is right now as a top team defensive player getting rebounds and assists too, I would take it with the team got around him. But I would prefer him to shoot more.
If y'all remember, Doc Rivers had Rondo as a rookie. And what he
Stop comparing. This is what I want y'all to do.
No, let me put in a point, then tell me don't do that. Rondo.
You going, I could read your mind.
No, because Rondo has strengths, and Doc Rivers played to Rondo's strengths, and Rondo was clutch. Say what you want about those big three in the playoffs. I'm watching Boston. Those big money shots was made by Rondo a lot during those playoff runs. So what I'm saying is, we still want Ben Simmons to improve. We still want him to develop a jump shot, to shoot an actual jump shot. But basketball players know we're going to play to your strengths. And that's what I see with Doc Rivers and Morey doing. They playing to his strengths and still want to hold him accountable. And I believe this is an audition for Ben Simmons. If Ben Simmons has till the trading deadline to shoot and show significant improvement, or Morey going to have Harden in here.
I mean, I think that's a possibility. I think it's called. I mean, I think we at the point of acceptance. We have come to realize and accept that Ben is what he is. Now, Tim, I think it's a matter of two things when it comes to Ben with this team. The main thing is if we win it. If it's a cohesive unit and Ben game is what it is, but he's able to facilitate, he's able to play D, and everybody else. Let's say that we keep the team the way it is with Tobias and Embiid and all that, and they able to do their thing. Tobias maybe get his points up to 20, Embiid around 25, whatever. Seth Curry stroking it, and Ben is facilitating all this, and we winning. Ben ain't going nowhere. But if it ain't really gelling and we ain't really winning, and Ben still ain't shooting, then I think it might be a wrap. But
I think we will always win because B always gets you a position to win because how he plays, and
even when he fat and out of shape.
Yeah. See, here's where we're gonna lose. Here's where it's gonna affect us is the playoffs, like it always does. That's when everybody's gonna lose their mind because you regular season is what it is. Nobody really scouts. They just play ball.
And that's where coaching makes a difference.
That's coaching, exactly. When that's a very good point.
That's in the playoffs, yes. But if he's not shooting all year, he's not going to shoot in the playoffs.
Okay, but even if he's not shooting in the playoffs, one of the biggest problems with Brett Brown
it costs us a series, everybody going to lose their mind.
One of the biggest problems with Brett Brown was
new schemes.
Exactly. You got to change it. Brett Brown's scheme never changed. We all knew the plays. So that's what I'm talking about is a good coach. If a good coach sees things going a certain way, then he has a backup plan and everything else. Brett Brown was, this is what we got. This is what we won with. This is what we won.
He had no backup plan when he was up 3-1, did he?
Yeah, remember his backup plan? Remember what was Brett Brown backup plan? Remember his master plan?
What the
Nobody
put
do
TJ in?
playoff.
Bring playoff TJ in. Remember playoff?
Yeah, you talking about Doc? Listen, Doc.
Playoff
Doc,
P. Did
Doc
anybody
team, Doc
expect
team do a
playoff
3-1
P?
lead. Yep. But
No, I'm talking about Brett Brown. Brett Brown master plan was to bring TJ McConnell in the game against Boston and supposedly get us a win. But whatever. But listen, playoff P choke. You cannot blame that on Doc, dog. You get a person who was last year a legitimate MVP candidate. When I'm not supposed to go to this dude. Like,
listen, this is hold on. This is my point. If you
go ahead, fall off the chair.
When we playing in the playoffs, they're gonna scheme to make Ben beat you. You don't think everybody gonna do that?
No, but that's why I disagree. If you got Tobias playing first of all, one of the reasons why we lose is necessarily not because of Ben. Tobias has stunk in the playoffs the last couple years.
Yeah, that's why Doc
B has not been the B that we know in the playoffs the last couple of years. Plus, on top of that,
that's conditioning.
Plus, on top of that, last year the bubble playoffs.
Conditioning. He averaged 30 points a game this year. Was that his conditioning too? Okay, so go ahead, continue your point. Ethan.
So my point is too, and this year when B was playing well, obviously Ben was hurt and we ain't really had no real legit shooters. Now we got the shooters in there. We got Tobias in there ready to go under better coaching. We got everybody knowing what their position is, they scheming. We brought in Bulls who, in all intents and purposes, will cover the inadequacies of Ben Simmons. I believe. This is what I'm saying is this is the only way you could do it.
Yeah.
We talked about this before. When we talked about how you can construct this team better with Ben, I think the consensus was everybody said you need shooters. You got to put shooters around Ben. We went out and got the shooters. So
what Doc Rivers was missing last year was they didn't have strip clubs. They didn't have strip clubs in Orlando in the bubble, and all his players love strip clubs, and so they was.
Where was Lou Will at last year? Wasn't he 6 man a year? All this other stuff.
They talking about.
Are we blaming Doc for Lou Will?
Hold on.
All Pierce,
they talking about trading Lou Will.
Would
y'all take Lou Will?
No, we good.
I'm good with either Seth or
I don't want him either.
I don't want Lou Will. I like Seth Curry. I may have taken. Nah, Denny Green played better defense. I'll take Green. I'm cool. We got.
Yeah, you know what? I just thought about it as I think as Ephraim was talking, and not only just with the coach, but this other thing I like about the plays, the switches we made in personnel. Like for real, we got playoff tested players now. You got
Danny Green,
Howard that have been to 2 finals, 1-1. You got Danny Green been to multiple finals.
Yeah.
You even with Seth, he done been in his little, he got a little playoff experience or something. Yeah. But like for real, we looking at that as opposed to like last year, what we was supposed to be Horford was like that was supposed to be our vet. This was supposed to be the boy with the playoff experience and stuff. I like the fact that we got a couple boys that been to the finals and won on the team.
And truth be told, most
and a coach that's been to the finals and won.
And if you look at even mentioning the boy Seth Curry, the teams he's been on playoffs, he always represented in the playoffs. Dallas, he got off. Remember, he's with Portland when they got to the playoffs, and Bull CJ McCullough was hurt, so he had to step up. He balled out. So I mean,
why has he been on 7 teams in 7 years? What is it that he can't stick to a team? Does that concern y'all a little bit?
I mean, to me, you gotta look at the situation he was in, though. You gotta look at the situations he was in. To me, like I think to me, he's always been kind of a borderline between a starter and a bench player. And the teams that he was on all had good starters, and he was kind of coming in as a solid 6-man because he always went somewhere and got paid. Like he went somewhere and got used. He never went somewhere and set the pond and never got in the game. Then he went to Dallas. Dallas was stacked with Trey Burke. They had Tim Hardaway Jr. They had Wayne Bull. What's his name? What's the bull name that you love, Wayne, the foreigner dude?
Who, Luka?
Yeah, Luka. They had Luka. So his teams that he went to, his position was always kind of filled. At least the last 2 teams I'm talking about. So I think that was kind of bouncing.
So here's the thing. Like they decided to take the guy Trey Burke that we cut and make them a starter and put Seth Curry, who they had, and put him as a reserve on the bench.
Yeah, they put Trey over him.
Yeah, and then we had Trey.
I think Trey's actually can do a little more than Seth.
I do too. That's why that's the Trey. Honestly, the Trey Trey Burke's situation is the main reason why I was giving Brand as much of a pass, even with the Al Horford thing. Because I'm like, he brought players in here. Brand brought players in here. I'm just glad we ain't got to deal with Brett Brown, bro. I honestly, that jaded so much. Whereas it's hard to even evaluate for real. To me, it's hard to evaluate Ben Embiid and Tobias to their potential because under this coach. Because of how they play.
Kind of bad for the boy Zaire Smith. I don't think Zaire Smith got a shot. I mean,
Zaire Smith was trash.
We never drafted him.
He was trash from the jump.
Drafted him.
Zaire was
nobody liked him but Brett Brown, and that's who traded for him.
That's
He
true.
gonna be out the league. That's what I. Oh yeah, that's before Brett. That's before Brand got here, right? He did that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
that whole offseason was Brett Brown. He brought in Muscala and he made the trade for Zaire. Then he brought in the boy Wilson Chandler. Like that was all Brett Brown as GM.
I will never forget Brett Brown trading the bull Mikal Bridges. I will never forgive him for that. That was the end of the process.
So all the changes and the additions that the Sixers made. Milwaukee, Boston, Brooklyn, Toronto, they all made changes as well. They have some additions. So did we move into like the top 2, top 3 in our conference?
Hold on. Did the trade ever go through with Drew Holiday?
I think they got Drew, but not the other guy.
They got Drew. Right now, their big 3 is Giannis, Middleton, and Drew Holiday.
Are they better?
That's actually a very good move.
So are we better than them? Or I mean,
they better than us right now.
So basically they just added Drew Holiday and took Hill and them out.
And then Boston has
garbage.
Hill
was trash.
He ain't trash, but he's suspect.
They still got that trash coach that loses every year too. So I'm taking the Sixers over Milwaukee.
Remember, Giannis was missing a lot. I don't know why he got hurt in the playoffs.
What you say, Tim?
I was gonna say with Boston, Jason Tatum. We talked about this. He signed a $195 million deal. Then they got Jaylen Brown, Kemba, and Marcus Smart. Is that?
I think they're about to. I actually think Boston. The smartest thing they could do, I think, is for them to trade Kemba. I think they were talking about them possibly trading Kemba Walker to somebody. I can't remember who it was.
They need a big man.
To me, they got too many. I agree with that. They got too many scorers. It was kind of what I was saying with the Sixers. If you added, when we was having this conversation,
they added the big man. What's the boy that was cheating on Khloe Kardashian?
Oh, Tristan Thompson.
Garbage.
They added Tristan Thompson.
But for them to have all them scores, that actually would be a nice fit. He actually would be a nice fit for them.
So
I do think that,
to me, be honest with you, I think Kemba is a better. I know they want to make Tatum the closer, but Kemba to me is the better closer than Tatum.
I think over time, Kemba. It's like this. I do think he's a better closer than Kemba right now. I mean, Kemba's a better closer than him right now. But I think over time, if you're going to choose between what player to go with, I'm not going to say you got to go with the bull. What's his name? Tatum. But I think it's the smarter thing to do. But I think it's too many scorers. You go with Tatum.
But it's not. But it's not necessarily about too many scores. This the difference in what y'all saying. Like when y'all comparing with the Sixers, it's the type of scores. All of them are pretty much the same type of scores. So if you're talking about a team like with the Sixers, if you're talking about you have a big man post scorer and a jump shot shooter scorer and a drive to the basket, those are 3 different type of scores.
That's true.
But if you got all the same type scores, then that's where the issue come in because they need the ball in the same type situation.
I agree with that.
Very good point. I agree with that.
So with the Brooklyn Nets, they have Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, Spencer Dinwiddie, Landry Shamet. They picked up Landry, and they also have the boy Jared Allen. Is that lineup?
I heard rumor was talking about trading Kyrie. I don't know how true that is.
Right now, nothing's going to happen until the trade deadline. Everything else that happened right now, people are set with their team. The season starting on the 22nd. They're going to be starting camp next week.
I'm taking the Sixers over the Nets to start the season. The Nets, I got to see.
I got to see.
Kevin Durant is still Kevin Durant. He's still in the
On top of that, I mean,
okay.
Even with that, and this might be projecting a little bit, no disrespect, but Kyrie is a walking injury, bro. Like, he been hurt out of the last 5 years, 3, maybe 4 of the last 5 years. He had an injury. He
had injuries before that though too. Remember?
I'm just talking about just recently. Like, I'm just talking about within the last 5 years. I don't know if he's played I don't even know if he's played a whole season in the last 5 years. So even with that being the case, like,
can I ask this about Kyrie Irving? Does he make his teams better?
No, but I think he's a good integral part to the team. Like with Kevin Durant, I do think him and Durant from a basketball type time could work. I just don't think mentally. I don't think mentally though they can work. I don't. I think Kyrie ego's too.
And I'm not saying Kyrie is trash
because ego's too fragile.
Yeah, I'm not saying Kyrie is trash, but I'm just saying like think about like when he went to Boston, he was supposed to be that piece to put them over the top. You know what I'm saying? When he got drafted in Cleveland, he was supposed to be that central piece that was still going to the lottery every year while he was there. So that's all I'm saying about with Kyrie. Is Kyrie a little bit hype?
I just want Tim to put up my wins from last week.
All right, we're gonna jump the
You still in last place though. You hype.
All right, in the last, just real quick, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In the last 5 years, Kyrie played 53 games, 72, which I give him. I say that's a whole season, 72 games in this NBA. 60, 67, and 20. So in the last 5 years, as I'm saying, I don't expect the Kyrie to play a whole season this year anyway. He reminded me of when Derrick Rose went through his whole every time you turn around he got hurt. That's where Kyrie is at right now. So I don't trust the Nets to be better than us. And that's a major.
What about Miami? Is Miami for real?
I think so. I think because they're a good coach, good organization. The way they constructed, just what you was talking about, like with the Sixers, you're saying the way they constructed with defense, offense, they got shooters, they got a good leader, floor in general in the Bull that we had. I don't know why I'm forgetting everybody's name.
Jimmy Butler.
Jimmy Butler, yeah. So
I like the boy Tyler Hero. I think he's the true
shooter.
I mean,
I think Tyler Hero's a more than.
You know
just
what?
a
I'm
shooter.
telling you,
he's a baller.
I think they could use like a Kemba.
But see, you keep saying that's what I'm saying. Sometimes though, Kemba don't play defense. Miami is a defensive team. Sometimes just because a Bull scored don't mean he's a good fit on a team.
And Dragic got game. Remember, Dragic got hurt in the finals too.
Exactly. Dragic was balling last year too.
But
yeah,
he's been in the league a long time. I don't know how. I mean, I think is he 10, 11 years in the league? Is he going
Dragic? Yeah, he's been around for a while. I mean, if you're going to say replace Dragic with Kemba, I could rock with that, obviously. But I do think I think it's something with continuity that goes a long way. That's why I was so mad. Just to go down memory lane real quick. Do y'all realize that the team that the Sixers had with AI, Ratliff, and McKee and all them boys kind of came in the league around the same time, and I think they grew together to be a great team. That's why we started that season off with. Yeah. I think out of the first 20 games, we was like 15 and like 5 or something. Like we was rolling. I know we went 10-0. I think we started off 10-0. We was rolling that year. After that year, they completely broke that team apart. So to me, my point with that is, if you keep a team together with continuity, it's something to me. It's something that goes well with winning. You know where players are going to be, all that. Everybody know everybody game. I think Miami is kind of that team right now. I wouldn't mess up too much.
You know why I'm laughing though, Ephraim? Because I agree with you completely, and this is one of the reasons why I don't. And I always try to say, I troll you about stuff, but that's one of the main reasons I think Golden State's not going to be as good, because I thought that's what made them as good as they were, because they built that team together, and they, you know what I'm saying, like they've been balling with each other for years. You know, you get around them boys that even in street ball, like if you got boys that they always ball together, they've been balling together, like them boys go out and you might have better players, but as a team, they're better because they know each other and understand each other better.
That's why
I think that's what Golden State was, and I think that's why Golden State's going to hurt a little bit.
No, I can agree with that. That's why I always told boys, even they got Kevin Durant, I always thought without Kevin Durant, they was a better team. They won 73 games they have the history. they made history without Kevin Durant winning 73 games because the team was so the gel was there. They
panicked. They panicked that year.
They did panic. They did panic, and I think they'd continue to been still an upper echelon team without KD. I think all they had to do was add another piece, because to me, it was a lot of stuff that happened in that final that they lost, but I think the biggest thing out of everything, but forget the Draymond getting suspended, Bull getting hurt, the Bull, Harrison Barnes stunk that joint up. If you go look at his numbers in the finals, they was trash. I think he was the only dude they legit had to replace. They actually replaced him with KD, but I don't think you had to go that far. But
all right, what's it? And the Sixers talk. What's the record next year, y'all? I got them with 40 wins. It's only 72 games.
How many games are they even playing? Are they playing
72.
a full season?
72 games.
You got them at 40? 40?
50 is the average with 82, right?
No, I got him with 50 wins.
I got him with 50 plus.
I got him with 50 wins.
50 wins and
I'll say
23
50.
losses.
I'll say 50. Yeah, I'll say
50 wins in a 72 game season. That's like 62 wins in a regular season.
Okay.
Yeah,
the Sixers was 26-2 at home last year.
It was 29. It was 29-2.
29-2 at home
and 10-24 on the road.
And I think a better coach produces a better road record.
Are we gonna have the same advantage? Are we gonna have fans in the stands?
That's what I was.
That's a fair point.
I was thinking that too. I don't think we're gonna have that advantage no more.
That's a fair point.
I'm seeing 40 in between 40 and 45 wins. With the shortened season, I don't know. I mean, I guess I'm kind of arguing against myself because I think the team, for the most part, is still the same team. So it is a lot of continuity that's in here that we could work off of.
Third place in the East.
50 wins wouldn't surprise me.
Third place in the East. That's their record.
Look at that. 4-1. I should have went 5-0, y'all. If Green Bay,
I did better than I thought. I forgot. Yeah,
I would have went 5-0. Dang that.
Yeah, if Green Bay would have won, I'd have been 3-2. So
I needed that 5-0 record too, but nonetheless,
I got the Cardinals.
Tim and 3 games behind Wayne. All right, I could catch him this week. Easy money, baby.
Tripping.
So last week, as y'all see,
I'm picking against every pick Wayne make. I don't care how bizarre it may seem.
bet. I'm definitely taking the Cardinals first. I dare you to take the Patriots.
I might take the Pats.
Yeah, you do that.
All right, so we're going to get in. We're going to pick our games for the week. This is week 12 of the NFL. It wasn't a lot of good games, to be honest with you. So I just did the best we could. It was a lot of 7-1 versus 2-3, 2-7. So, yeah. But we can go ahead. The Cardinals, Patriots. This is kind of like a must-win for the Patriots. They home.
What's their record? I can't see that. That's 4-6.
They are 3-2. No, I can't see it either.
I think it's 4-6. I think.
Okay.
Remember, it's 10.
Really
10
got the Cowboys in Washington on TV. Like, who watches that?
Start it out, and I'm actually going to take the Patriots.
All right, who you taking? Well, Wayne taking Cardinals. Where they at, and what's the weather looking like?
Yeah, you should have had the Dallas Redskins game up there. That's probably a tight game.
Yeah, I have enough time to send it to y'all. So Wayne, who you have? Cardinals, Patriots.
Cardinals.
Good, that's a loss. What
for you?
All right, Ethan, who you got?
In New England. Hold on,
I'm leaning to the Pats. Be honest with you.
I don't know. Go Cardinals. All right, y'all.
I'm gonna go Pats.
I ain't picking nobody.
Pats.
All right, and Ethan.
All right, I want to just check one thing. This is gonna be.
Yo, come on.
I was trying to check the weather. Calm down. For the game, it's very important.
All of a sudden, now you want to be Mr.
Mediatic.
No, because I'm actually liking the Pats a little bit.
Take them.
I don't want Wayne to be the only one with his Cardinals.
Why? You said you're going against me. I took the Cardinals. Take the Patriots. Take them.
All right, go ahead. Yep. No. I'm taking Patriots.
You taking Patriots?
Yep. Taking Patriots.
All right. So I think that's a 1:00 game. So we'll know pretty early.
I wanted all y'all to take the Cardinals though, man.
All right, we got the Panthers.
Who's starting the quarterback? Is Bridgewater back or is PJ Walker playing?
I think Bridgewater came back that same game, didn't he?
No,
I'm taking the Vikings. Tim.
Remember the bull from the XFL? He was balling XFL.
Who? He hate me?
No.
Remember him?
That was years ago.
I know.
Was that Rod something? Forget his name. Rod Smart.
Who you got? Panthers or Vikings? I think I'm gonna go Vikings because I think Whitworth is still hurt. They're running back.
He is. McCaffrey not playing.
All right, who you got, Ephraim?
Who's the teams now? I'm sorry.
Vikings, Panthers. Ethan, who you got?
Is Teddy back?
Do your own research before the Jones.
Yeah. Sorry. I was talking to Ethan. Ethan, you said Teddy was back?
Yeah.
I'm going.
I might go with
Yeah, I'm going with Panthers. I'm going against Wayne anyway. I'm going with the Panthers.
Okay.
Oh, this is gonna be real interesting.
Either who you got?
I'm gonna have to go with the Vikings.
Okay. All right. Chiefs, Bucks.
Bucks.
Bucks is.
I mean, no. Chiefs.
No, you said Bucks first.
No. Put Bucks down.
Yeah,
you said Bucks. You can't take it
no.
back. No take back.
Get out of here. I'm going Chiefs.
Yo, it's no take backs.
No take back.
No, I looked at it wrong. I thought it was Bucks and Bears.
Bucks are home. Bucks are playing at home.
I'm taking the Chiefs though.
All right, Ephraim.
I don't care where they playing.
What did I say in the beginning of the podcast?
You taking everything opposite of Wayne?
Yep, regardless of how extreme it may sound.
All right.
You do realize that Tim is only one game behind me.
I'm not worried about Tim. He gonna fall off sooner or later. They're getting lucky right now.
That's what it is. All 12.
Yep.
No, I actually think the Bucks won this game.
Okay.
Chiefs came off a big emotional win, barely beating the Raiders. I think they do for a letdown, and I think Buccaneers came off a huge loss, and they looking to bounce back. Look at Tim. Tim, chill, yo. You want to come on? Why everybody picking what I pick? Why everybody picking what I pick? What about my
Brady? Y'all forget about Brady. People see Brady out there and they think of Patriots. They like, ain't nobody taking them lightly. They going at Brady. They trying to embarrass that old man.
Listen, talk yourself into your pick. We cool.
I already got my pick. I'm good.
Bears, this is a divisional game. Bears, Packers.
Chiefs is losing.
Packers.
Oh, I got Packers. You bet, Tim. You pick Nick Foles.
Nope. Ephraim took the Bears.
I'm going with the Bears.
I'm going with Bears too. Dang,
you find yourself now. You really Nick Foles.
Listen, this is either gonna be my greatest accomplishment or my worst ever week. I mess around, go 0-5.
You still right in the mix, man. You need to pick how you want to pick. You playing games.
I'm trying to think. On some real stuff though. I'm going with the Packers, Tim. I don't trust Nick Foles. That's the one I'm at. I don't trust Nick.
Might as well change your other pick.
No, I'm actually the Buccaneers. I do think could upset the Chiefs, though. I do think they could do that. Chiefs defense is kind of sweet. Like,
I'm talking about the one when you went to Panthers.
Oh, which one call? I'm telling you, Panthers. Yo, which one call is balling?
Okay,
Panthers have been balling.
Okay,
the Panthers.
Vikings stink, Wayne. I don't know what you Vikings.
Panthers record is
so
what?
do the Panthers. They both stink.
Panthers record is what?
They're the same.
They both Vikings 4-6, Panthers 4-7.
But I'm telling you, Panthers a couple games. Remember they barely lost to the Chiefs. They barely lost to Tampa Bay, I think it was, or they might have beat Tampa. One of them teams. Most of the games they lost, they barely lost. They've been almost every game.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
All right, Titans, Colts, the final game. Titans, Colts. I thought this was a real good pick. Who y'all got? Who you take?
Titans.
I'm going. Even though Colts came with a comeback win.
Colts played me last
against Green Bay last week. I like the bull coat with the Colts. The coach we used to have here. I'm going with the Colts.
All right. Wayne.
This is really a tough one for me to take. I ain't gonna hold you.
This is the only tough game I saw.
How the Redskins and Cowboys would have been a good game to pick, but I don't know. I'm really stuck on this. Go ahead. Somebody else could pick. I'm still trying.
All right, I'm gonna go with Titans only because
Big six, right? So you come out and tight end.
I'm gonna go with Titans. Reggie just tweeted me.
I'm gonna stick with the Colts.
You gonna go with Colts?
Yeah.
I'm going with the Titans.
This really is a toss-em game.
It is. It is.
I'm just like I'm gonna go with the home team, even though it ain't. Though it ain't home field advantage no more.
Give me the Titans. I really. Yeah, I'm switching that. Give me the Titans.
Ethan.
No. Stay with the Colts, bro. Come on, man. You don't.
Nope. Give me the
Titans. He went to Titans.
Give me the Titans.
I thought you just hyping up the Colts 2 seconds ago.
Y'all just better hope.
Wayne picked them, and I think this they might be doing upset. They got a real emotional win. against Green Bay. So I don't know. It's gonna be tough.
What happened? They never lose. They undefeated at home. Only got one loss.
No, they
at
didn't at home. Remember they lost 2 weeks ago.
That's what I'm saying. They only got one loss. I think
All right,
only
the
one
picks
loss at
are
home.
in. The boy Red just he sent me a couple videos of Carson Wentz playing. He's an executive producer on the
No,
program.
he's not. No, he's not. No, he's not.
He's one
We
of
don't
our,
tell him that.
he's one
No.
of our producers.
No, he's not.
So he gives us stuff that we can work with doing our weekly shows. So we appreciate you, Red.
If
Thank
you
you.
send anything that says Baldy on it, I don't want to hear it or see it.
So,
But not thinking of the coach though. I guess we're about to do just a little bit of, I don't know. We've been on for a while. Maybe a little bit of Eagles talk, but I'm convinced that Frank Wright very well may have been an architect behind this whole thing.
Oh, he absolutely was. I ain't no doubt in my mind now.
I'm
Ain't no doubt in my mind.
almost convinced that because the way the Colts look, the offense look, I mean, it's a lot of ingenuity in that joint. Like I'm seeing a lot of what I saw with the Eagles, the Super Bowl run. I'm convinced that he was the architect.
I don't see no ingenuity in this offense. This offense is stale.
What's that?
I just put a 5-minute clap on real quick, just so we so we pretty much dog the Eagles and talk about how stinking Carson Wentz is playing. So I'm cool with that. So here's what I will say. I do believe that he was the offensive coordinator. So of course that was his ingenuity that he was using. So I get that. But Carson Wentz has regressed in the last year.
I don't agree with that.
Has he regressed or has the
agree with
talent
that.
around him?
I think. Let me grab my mic. I think it's the all the influx of the new receivers and everybody trying to learn
They
the
had new
system.
receivers all last year.
No, they didn't.
And they got them this year too.
No, they didn't.
Last year, we went in with the starters being Deshaun and Alshon, and they didn't play at all last year like they did.
Wait. We Aguilar didn't play every game last year.
Aguilar was not supposed to be the starter. Was he supposed to be like a
You're just talking about starters are not the whole receiving core. If you're talking about the whole receiving core being new, the whole receiving core except for Alshon.
Hold on, what I missed? I was talking. I had something going on in the background. What just happened? What was the point? What stupid
Ethan
point?
said something about it being a whole different receiving core. Go ahead. Ethan was talking about the things that Carson had to put up with.
I think the whole it ain't just a Carson thing. It's a whole team thing. It's about young players knowing where they should be. You got to understand the quarterback football, like I keep telling Tim, is an ultimate team game. For example, even on the interception, even on the pick six last week, I heard so many people say it was a terrible throw, and I never heard anybody say he got hit while he was throwing the ball because the tight end missed the block. You don't hear nobody say that. It's all, oh man, it was a terrible throw. He actually got hit in the ball in the air.
I said that. I said that on the podcast, and I said that as soon as it happened, I said it.
Yeah,
but even the announcers didn't even say it. He kept screaming it was a terrible throw.
Still apologizing for this man 3 years, this 5 years in. Stop apologizing. And the thing is, y'all wobbling because after the game last week, Ethan was coming in here telling us they was right there.
Yeah, because you know what you got to do. You got to sit down. You got to watch. You got to watch tape. You can't just sit there. When I go back and watch tape, I seen all the mistakes. That now Carson could have did some stuff better, but you got your O-line didn't block. You got your wide receivers running bad routes.
This is my thing with Carson. And Tim, don't speak for me. Wait till I speak before you say I'm waffling back and forth because I ain't even say nothing yet. Fraud. Anyway,
I heard you all week, so you just
shut up. Hear me now. The podcast is when it's official because I'm recording. So Reg and Ego could record me and play it back later and try to throw it in my face. So now
I got polos. Polos do the same thing.
So anyway, my thing with Carson, and I'm kind of leaning with Tim just a little bit based off the stuff that it's a lot of is all the 18 turnovers that Carson had, is all them Jones a mistake? No, me personally, I don't feel. Is 10 of them, 12 of them perhaps his mistake? Yes, like it's still a lot of things he could do better in his fifth year, like Tim mentioned, in the same pretty much offense. Now, granted, his offense coordinator left. This is why I do think a lot of Frank Wright has to do with it. But whatever, that being the case, the philosophy and everything is still the same. Same coach, same philosophy in general. And just command of the offense that I feel he should have 5 years in, it seems to me to be lacking. I watch the upper echelon quarterbacks who I want to compare him to, like Aaron Rodgers, and maybe that's a little unfair because Aaron Rodgers is one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. But my point is, I'm even like a Matt Stafford. Like I see a little bit more command of the offense that I see dudes like him have, and Wentz is more. He's creating more problems than it's not his fault. If you know what I'm saying, like it's problems that's not his fault that he just can't have nothing to do with. But then there is problems that he could have avoided.
Like what?
Even all right, for instance, the safety. Ethan went back and put the video on the John, and the bull Ward on the safety broke out and was wide open. If Wentz would have, you know your hot route. You know where you're supposed to be at. He had Ward open, so would it have been a first down? No. Would it have been a safety? No. Like this is my point. Like putting us in bad positions by making decisions your 5th year in that you should be past already. Like I'm confused.
Now this is what I'll say to some of these decisions, and I said this from the beginning. When I was saying I wanted to see him do more to try to make more plays. But I think with that comes some of these turnovers. When you're trying to force the ball to a receiver one-on-one and you put it up and these receivers, I see everybody else's receivers make plays. I don't see our receivers make any plays.
I agree with that.
So now I do think that, now remember, I was saying it was certain passes I thought Carson horrible early in the season. And even with the fumbles, like we would argue about get rid of the ball. But then I saw when he got rid of the ball and the offense don't move. It's like he has to hold on to the ball he has to do the things that make him Carson Wentz in order for them to work. But now when you have your offensive lineman can't block nobody, and as soon as he going back, dudes is coming in and jumping all over him. Then all right, so what do you want? As soon as that happens, just don't get rid of the ball.
Okay, and real quick
now, let me say this about that Ward.
Hold up.
Let me say this about that Ward throw. If you look at it, Ward chipped, and the dude got and the D line got double teamed, and he still beat him, but. Wentz, if you looked at him, Wentz worked from right to left. Ward was already on the left.
So he was reading the progression.
Yes. I don't think that player chipping was the first read. So you got to go. He never had time to even get to a second progression, let alone his third or fourth. That dude got chipped and double teamed and still got the safety.
All right.
That's inexcusable.
But real quick, I'm going to let you get it.
You went already.
I'm going to forget.
Both of y'all went already. Tim, you put the 5-minute timer on and went for like 3 minutes.
Tim, I'm sorry. Tim, I'm going to forget, but this helps your point. You got to think about plays throughout the season. The Goddard play when he hit it through back shoulder and didn't. The other play where he scrambled out. Remember the one a couple weeks ago where he rolled out to his left and it was nobody there and he just took a sack and ended up fumbling when he should just threw the ball away. Like it's plays that have been like this throughout the season that it's nobody else's fault. But
I agree with you, but it's also a part of it too. Is if you don't trust these bums. When you've been throwing the ball to them and you've been trusting their team, when you don't trust your team,
that had nothing to do with throwing nobody.
A lot of it does.
No. That play I'm talking about, he should have threw it.
That play, I agree with you.
The play I'm talking about, he should have threw it away.
I agree with you. And guess what? In the game, when he did all that and he threw it away, everybody, he didn't win the game for us.
You can't worry about everybody else. Why you
throw the ball away so much?
Why are you holding the ball to fumble when nobody is there? Just throw it away. Like, stop.
That was a Giants game.
And ain't that what he did? And guess what? In the other game, when he was throwing the ball away, you had people like Tim coming here like, he don't do nothing to win the game.
Tim is an idiot. We already know that. Now go ahead and speak.
Tim gain control.
I know, because these fools. All right, we out. We out, but appreciate you for listening. First of all, some shout outs to Reg for being the exec, for being one of them.
Come on with that.
Stop with that. Stop.
Shout outs to the rest of y'all. Y'all gonna put some respect to the man. The man is giving us highlights and giving us footage that we using.
Don't need no footage from no Reg.
All right. So
what's up, Reg?
Reg. No, what's up, Reg? We should have started off with Eagles talk because this Carson stuff is a very sensitive topic. We should actually start with this, but.
That's because Tim thought he's just gonna slide and say we all agree Carson stinks. So now let's go on. Come on, man.
We started off with this.
Eagles win this week.
The way y'all looking right now.
Eagles win this week.
Sunday night, baby. It's a win.
All right. Thank you for listening.
Get on with us after the game.
Like the video, subscribe to the video. Don't forget to hit the notification button because soon we hit that notification, you'll get fresh content. We will see y'all
Monday night.
Eagles.
We play Monday night. I thought we played Monday night. National TV, we gonna get waxed.
Yeah.
No, we ain't getting waxed. Walk it to them.
What's the final score? Because I got the Eagles losing by 20.
I got to do the 34-17.
We ain't gonna score winning 27-17 Eagles.
I got
it's gonna be a high scoring game.
40-12.
Have we scored? How many times we scored more than 20 points this year? Like
Don't worry
twice.
about it. We'll do it tonight. We'll do it Monday night.
All right. We out.
Doug dumbing down the offense. We
Later.
got it.